Hey everybody, Steve here from The Varied Life, and there's a culmination of things, and today we're going to do a little bit of a DIY upgrade to our resin cure station. So for those of you who don't know, that's a resin printer. It's a liquid, and when it gets shined with UV light, it hardens, and so there's this whole process where there's resin in a vat and the light shines up through a translucent film and it hardens, and then another layer and it builds up until you get a 3D model. Kind of like, for example, this little dragon here, which is kind of cool. You can do a lot of really neat stuff with resin printing. And then after that, you have to wash your print. So we have a wash station, and then you have to cure it with UV light. So this is the Elegoo Cure Station, and what we end up having is two towers with a series of UV lights, and then we even have UV light on the bottom that shines through that clear carousel on the bottom. Now the whole idea is to shoot those UV rays, and as the print goes around, it gets evenly cured. Now this is a UV blocking cover, so that's kind of nice, save your eyes, you know, don't want to go blind. But I was thinking about ways to improve this, and I thought, you know, well, why not use a mirror? So what I ended up doing is getting this little 20 by 20 little flexible mirror thing. You can see there, I mean, that is an awesome little mirror. So with that, I'm going to post these on the inside of that container so it will bounce around those UV lights even more. Let's try it. Okay, so we're going to take these mirrors, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to position them and put them on the inside of this cover. And the whole idea is that you, instead of having just the two UV light bars that are shining UV lights, and you're kind of limited, that with these mirrors that'll bounce off of the four sides and get a better overall cure time. I don't know, maybe it'll result in faster cure times. I don't know. I was bored and I was thinking about it. I thought, well, let's give it a try and see what happens. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Check that out. That's what we end up seeing. That should bounce some UV lights around there. So there you have it. What we end up is the mirrored, kind of get that infinity effect, the curing forever with all the mirrors and everything. It's kind of cool. Got a little view window, bounces around those UV lights from all sides, and we can still see everything. That should give a more well-rounded cure. Okay, yeah, I've got kind of a crazy idea. Instead of just kind of, you know, looking in and seeing what it looks like, what happens if we put the cell phone camera on the turntable, put this on there and run it? I don't know what that will do. I mean, you use your camera out in the sunlight and you get UV rays, but yeah, this will be interesting. So either it's going to turn out to be a really cool video and we'll time lapse it and speed it up and it'll look really cool, or it will destroy my cell phone and then I'll get a new iPhone. So either way, it'll turn out good. I wonder if the machine will even let something as mechanical as an iPhone be cured. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so there it is, almost one revolution around, and Let's see if the camera still works. Okay, so I checked my phone and apparently nothing has blown up. The phone is fine. Maybe it's a little cured for about a minute, but I don't notice any adverse reactions. But the video on that, check that out, is pretty cool. You gotta admit that blue color and how that looks is pretty cool. It's not something will probably do ever again, but you gotta admit, you gotta give this a thumbs up for looking cool. Anyway, so that's what we got going on. I also picked up some other stuff from an order that I did here. Now, for those who don't know, I live in Korea. I retired here, sold everything in the United States, so I do my hobbies and everything. And besides the printing, I do the painting, so I got a paint station, got that, got a bunch of painting miniatures and stuff that I do, so it's kind of a hobby besides going to the gym. If you get into painting miniatures or you get into resin printing and painting miniatures and models and things like that, you're gonna spend a little bit of money. But in my opinion, it's worth it, and I really enjoy it. Oh yeah, and a little addendum, I ended up ordering some stuff. I can get some cool products like Green Stuff World and this masking putty. I've been kind of checking that out, and I think that's kind of a useful tool to have. Reusable, easy to use. I definitely need easy to use. And then I picked up these effects, this rust water soluble paint from Dirty Down. I also got their Moss version, which I'm gonna try that out on some minis. And then I also picked up some weathering sticks, which is basically just some foam. Yeah, I could probably, if I had a 3D printer, I could probably print out a cone, or I don't know. I could probably save some money if I did that. And the other thing that I ended up doing was get a Maxx Darth fabric backdrop cloth that absorbs light, and so that way you can get some pictures of minis, and we'll see how that works. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Wow, that Maxx Darth fabric backdrop is pretty cool. It's supposed to block 99.9% of visible light absorption. Look at that. I mean, you go in there and it's like, that's all you see is the model. That is kind of cool. Let's get some pictures. That is pretty cool. This Maxx Darth fabric is awesome. You definitely have to, at least with the iPhone, you have to click on the items so that you get that little square, so you get the focus on the mini itself, and then the background just goes totally black, which is cool. I've been trying to do shots of my minis with like printed out pieces of paper and background scenes, and this works. Yeah, this turns out pretty damn cool. I mean, look at the pictures that we have here. Those came out great. Cool. So if you're looking for a way to photograph your minis or your models without anything in the background, and you just want it black so your model is the highlight of the photo, I would highly recommend this. This is pretty cool. I'm happy with that. So anyway, that's it. That's the bonus footage, and we will see you on the next video. Peace. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to stay up to date with what's going on with us. The Buried Life, as we're retired in Korea. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.